Hello, welcome to another video. Today is Sunday the 19th of June 2020. I'm here in Oppenheim. It's a very old town beside the Rhine, not far from this place. I was at the Rhine the last time, at the Q-Corp, and well, today I'm not laying on the beach. Today it's more serious because I have reached a message from a man from Germany. He made a video. His name is Thorsten Schulte. He has a channel here in Germany. It's called the Silber Junge, and I say something about this video he made because it is very important. I will put down the link. If you understand German, you can see his film Origin, where I got this information I'm talking now about. He said there was a woman. Her name is Sairagul Saitbay. I don't know how to spell. She's from Kazakhstan, Chinese citizen. And she said there's a secret paper from the Chinese government, and in this paper Germany is listed under the top 5 enemies of the Chinese state. Why is it that Chinese government have a secret paper? I think we can believe this woman. She wrote a book called Die Kronzeugin, the Crown Witness. Maybe it's also available in English. And she described this in her book. In this paper, Germany is criticized because Germany would spreading lies about the Communist Party of China, and Germany sabotages the development of China. Well, it's quite surprising for me because I never heard that our government had somehow disturbed Chinese way of government or any criticizing. I can't remember. Angela Merkel always has a good relation to the Chinese government, regardless this things that happen in China. Also, Hong Kong is never mentioned by her. Sometimes the Liberal Party gets some anger because they say something about Hong Kong, that they should retain the liberty of Hong Kong, and then the Chinese ambassador getting outraged in Berlin, and then sometimes, well, somebody of the, I think his name was Mr. Lindner, he got some trouble from the Chinese government. But the government of Angela Merkel, well, no way. They never criticized China, and this is quite amazing that China has such remarks in a secret paper. Well, and this woman from Kazakhstan, China, Mrs. Southby, she goes on. She said there are steps in this paper, and the second step is this occupation of Chinese neighbors like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzia. So the neighbors beside China, they will be occupied in a time between 25 and 35, so this is not far from now. And the third step will be the conquer of Europe. You heard right. It is the time between 35 and 55, and it will also including my country here, Germany. And there's construction going on, a big railway from Shanghai to Duisburg. And what will happen if this railway is finished, is ready, maybe the people think, well, they're coming goods from China, it's good for us. But I don't think that this is the main reason. The main reason is that they need a direct line from China to Europe to reign us from Shanghai. And there will not coming goods, there will coming Chinese troops with this railway. And it is a big danger for our liberty, our freedom. And well, why is it all happen? It is the plan of Rome, of the Jesuit Order, to finish the Reformation, this Christianity, for the end of it, for the time. So to finish this, and they're using China as a superpower to do the job. And it is all because their plans to destroy the Reformation and the last Christian societies, West Europe and America, will China is the tool for this, you know, and not to forget to mention that there's a next step after taking Europe. There will be attack of North America. This is why they're building this new Panama Channel, where the Chinese companies do this, and they're having also strongholds in Venezuela, also communist country, and Cuba, and this will be then the last step. And well, it is a plan for the next 50 years, and it is serious. It is serious. Going back to my last video, I was talking about the total coal exit, and in the time till 38. And do you think it is a coincidence that China will want to start in 35 with the occupation of Europe, and then in 38 we have a total coal exit in Germany? Well, I don't think so. I think that if we lose our coal, it is all based on a lie. I saw this law. It is written in a Goebbels style. It is like, coal is so evil. Coal is, we have to banish the coal. Coal is destroying the planet, the climate change. We have to stop it. So, but how can it be that we buy all these products from China, and they have coal power plants? They are much less efficient than our. We have the best coal power plants in the world. They are cheap, efficient, and it's a cheap, efficient way to produce electricity. And if we lose this, it will have a huge impact on our prosperity. There will be exceptions. For example, the car industry, they need coal. For example, Volkswagen, all Volkswagen plants, they have coal power plants inside their factories. They need this. But the market of cars will break down if all the people will lose their jobs, because if the companies can't get enough energy, electricity, there will be no market for cars anymore, you know. And if you shut down the coal, I repeat, it is now 35%, nuclear power is 12%, so it's together 47%. It's impossible to replace this with wind mills or other renewable energy. It's impossible. The result will be, well, buying nuclear electricity from France. This is mainly produced by nuclear power stations, and these power stations are much more dangerous than ours. They have so dangerous power plants that we will maybe have another Chernobyl, you know, in Europe, maybe in the 50 years if they don't stop this. You know, it's a quite destructive plan they have for us, and it would not take me wonder if a power plant will blow up like in Chernobyl, because I don't believe that this was an accident. It was the finish of a society, of the Russian Soviet society, and they need a reason to do this, and they don't care about lives or this paper, it is quite clear. Well, there's said in this paper that the German government Germany sabotage the development of China and spreading lies about the Communist Party in China. Well, you need a reason to conquer a country, and if it's true or not, well, the Chinese soldiers, they will believe it, and it's a real threat for us. If we lose our coal, if we lose our prosperity, we will be poor, we will have a lot of poverty, and the Chinese, if they come in, they can buy our economy for a cheap price. Maybe also some women. They have a lack of women because of this policy of one child. Unfortunately they killed a lot of female embryos the last decades, so they have a lack of women because they preferred boys, and now they have a big problem. The men can't find a woman, so this is not a good well, I don't want to fear anybody here, but it is a great problem that if we lose our sovereignty, our freedom, our liberty, that there will be maybe trafficking of women into China. Interesting is that Angela Merkel bring this law to Mr. Schäuble. He is the president of the parliament. Just short before the lockdown starts. It was I put it here now in as a file, a PDF file, and then short time after the lockdown start, and then when the lockdown was over at the 3rd of June, then this law was passed by the parliament and by the Bundesrat together in one day. This is unusual. It was so quick, and I think this whole Corona theater was only made for this. This was so quick and it was so quiet. Nobody talks about it. It is so it is unbelievable. It has such a gravity impact on this society now. In 18 years there will be poverty. They will take down the poor people that can't pay their electricity bill anymore. They will switch. They will take down this poor people from the net. They will suffer sitting in the dark. And there's also, especially in the Ruhr, in North Rhine-Westphalia, many coal power plants are in a warm net, in a heating net. There will be cold apartments, families, people sitting in the cold in the winter. Well, it's not a good future, and I think this whole law is illegal. It's against the constitution, and this law must be taken back from a new government, because this government is not serving the people. It is acting against the constitution. It is a criminal government we have now, and if we don't go on the street and we don't resist to this evil plan, We will be slaves of a Chinese emperor. Thorsten Schulte, he speaks also about a paper from David Rockefeller, and he was the founder of the Trilateral Commission. This is one of this organization. The Jesuit Order creates a lot of it, like a Club of Rome or Bilderberger, but it's all Rome, one world government behind it, and they hide themselves behind these institutions they create. And David Rockefeller said to China in 1973 that this experience by Mao Zedong was successful, and it was a great success. Mao Zedong, he killed so many people, more than Hitler and Stalin together. And David Rockefeller says has only good words for Mr. Mao Zedong. One of the, maybe he is the biggest murderer in the history of mankind. And there was also a visit by the President of the United States, Nixon, in 1972, and you can say from this time on there was a phase of warming up, that the American government and Chinese government working together to sell out all these American plants in China to the Communist Party of China, so that they got the sources to build up their superpower. It was all planned by the one world government, by the Jesuit Order, and the American government is also controlled by this Jesuit Order, and they did it on behalf of Rome, that they sold out all these factories in China to the Communist Party of China. So now we have a Chinese superpower now, and this all was a plan that was maybe for decades, 50 years ago. The plan was already made a long time ago. That's it for the moment. Well, in the end I show you some nice pictures here from this freedom we still have here, Free Sunday. I don't know if it is in 50 years, like now, maybe we can't get out then anymore, you know. Well, see you next video.